Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with another Whizbang Workshops card review. We have 3 more neutral cards to go over, including a brand new giant and the return of a Hearthstone keyword that is not one of the better ones out there, but we got a new keyword, old keyword coming back without the keyword. You'll see what I mean in a second. Anyways, if you want to win these cards, we have a giveaway going on for 2 regular pre-orders, 3 mega bundles. All you have to do to enter that giveaway is like and comment in the video, link to the description below, the one with that thumbnail there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, I will add another mega bundle. So hit that sub button, make me go broke. There is no limit on that the giveaway deal. So starting off, we have the return of one of everybody's favorite Hearthstone keywords from the nostalgic Gnome, a 4-mana 4/4 minion, miniaturized minion, Rush. After this minion deals exact lethal damage on your turn, draw a card. What does that mean? It's honorable kill. If you remember honorable kill, was that Forge in the Barrens or Alterac Valley? I don't remember, but basically what it means, if this does 4 damage and the minion had 4 health for an exact kill of that minion, you will then draw a card. If you overkill something by 1, it won't work. If you, well, you can't underkill, but if you overkill, it won't work, right? So it's honorable kill. Just they don't like reusing the same keywords unless it's from that set because it's confusing, right? Like we saw, I think Oaked Summons reworded not to have recruit on it because recruit is not an evergreen keyword. So that's a lot to say this has honorable kill, but it's also a mini, right? So a miniaturized, so then you get a 1-mana 1/1 with Rush. After this minion deals exact lethal damage on your turn, draw a card. So there's a 1 health minion on the board, you attack into it, you draw another card. So this can represent 5 mana, deal 5, draw 2 cards if things line up properly. Of course, you can manipulate how you damage minions. You can buff this up. Is this any good? I don't think so. In terms of like ladder competitive play, I don't see why I'm playing this. Even getting a bunch of nostalgic gnomes back from Geppetto or things like that don't seem incredibly impressive. Feels very pack filler to me. Oh, by the way, shout out to Dragon Rider. She revealed all these cards. Check out her reveal if you haven't already. I think it was her first one, so I always like to shout out when people get that opportunity. It's always awesome to get. I'll link her YouTube in the description below if you want to check out her reveal. Regardless, I don't think it sees a lot of play. I think it's a 1 out of 5 in Standard WoW. I don't see a reason to really play this in my deck unless there's a reason given to us later that I just don't see right now, right? Like it's just an okay minion. Like it's not going to be a competitive card in Standard WoW in my opinion. But in Arena, always good in Arena. Rush, always good in Arena. Card draw, always good in Arena. So it's funny. It's like, I think unplayable ladder, but will be relatively a good pick to take in Arena. So there is that. We have the brand new giant, the Playhouse Giant, a 20 mana minion. That's pretty big, like Molten Giant big, right? It costs 1 less for each card you've drawn this game. It's also a mech, so there's mech synergies. I don't know. It's got the 8/8 stat line, so if you're playing Rogue, you could probably play this on turn 2, 3, or whatever. But yeah, it's all about how many cards you've drawn in the game. So theoretically, you've drawn almost your entire deck. This will be like 0 mana. There is some kind of upsides that you might be able to do though, or have done to you. Let's say you're facing a Plague Death Knight and they shuffle a bunch of plagues into your deck and you keep drawing them and then reshuffling and drawing them. When you draw a plague and then it's cast when drawn, that's an extra draw on top of it. So if you have a bunch of cast when drawn cards in your deck, that will amplify this. It'll count as multiple draws. So there is that, like soul fragments back in the day. If you shuffled a bunch of soul fragments and I drew those and then drew another card, those would all count as cards drawn, even though they don't go to your hand, right? So there is that implication for it. I just feel like this probably does take a while to get going, even if you're playing Rogue, you know. Their card draw is usually pretty insane, but even then, it would even work with like Myra's in Wild that well, because Myra's will draw the rest of your deck, but it only counts the cards that are added to your hand as drawn. Not that this is going to see Wild play or anything, but most giants usually see play, not all of them, not all of them. This is one that doesn't do anything when it's played. It is purely just a minion with stats and a tribe with a mech. So maybe magneticize a Zilliax onto it or something like that. There is that possibility. But overall, again, I don't think it sees play. I think it takes too long to get out, right? You got to draw 10 cards just for this to be playable. You get one in your opening mulligan and all of that, but I feel like it takes too long to get going. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 in standard and wild, but hey, maybe another Holy Wrath target for those Reno Paladins in wild, right? They have Molten Giant, there's Shirvala, can only run one of each in the Reno deck. Maybe you want to run a Playhouse Giant and slot it into your Reno Paladin deck. So you know what, just for that, for the Holy Wrath, unless they revert Holy Wrath, which I almost hope they don't do, it's almost better the way they nerfed it for wild because you can use it in Holy Wrath. Maybe it does see play there. So you know what, for the first rating I've done this whole reveal season, I'll give it a higher wild rating, 2 in standard, a 3 in wild, just for the possibility of the Holy Wrath. And also Miracle Rogue draws way more cards in wild than it does do in standard, so maybe even there you want to play it, although Arcane Giant's probably just way better. And lastly, we have like infinite value, neutral infinite value, like pretty rare to come by. I don't know, has it been done before where you probably something out there. But anyways, we have the Floppy Hydra, a 3 mana 2/4 beast, Death Rattle. You shuffle a copy of this into your deck with permanently doubled attack and health. This can scale like pretty fast. You play this 3 mana 2/4, it dies. It'll become a 4/8, then like an 8/16, and then a 16/32, and then like that's like gonna get bigger and bigger. If you have like 2 Floppy Hydras in your starting deck, the other one will stay at 2/4. Like you can have alternating different sizes of Floppy Hydras going on. Doubling adds up quickly, right? It's a copy of it. I don't know if like buffing it on your board will get that copy too. Like let's say I play Blessing of Kings and it's like, well, actually that's rotated, but regardless, let's say I gave it +4/+4. Does that copy become a 12/20? I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, this is something out there that like normally it's restricted to like a class, right? We saw that 1 mana druid card that you could shuffle in, the bottom feeder. There's that card for priest. It's a 3-drop that gets +3/+3 every time you shuffle it in. This is for every single class. And I'm just thinking maybe at Hunter, where Master's Call is now a core set card, I can endlessly draw these Floppy Hydras. Like that could be something. They don't have taunt, they don't have rush, they don't do anything. That's the main thing. They're understated to start, and again, you play it, it's not doing anything until it can hit. So I don't know, I'm probably optimistic to say it's playable, but this is one of these infinite possible anti-fatigue value cards that could pop up. And the fact it's neutral means some class, any of the 11 classes in the game right now, can find a way to maybe abuse this. I think Hunter looks like maybe a shot is the best bet with their beast synergies and the fact they had Master's Call in the core set. I'm gonna give it a 2. I don't think it sees meta play because all the other cards I mentioned that go like infinite bottom feeder and I can't remember the priest card it's called, never saw real meta play. Well, this probably not, but it has a shot because doubling stats adds up quickly. And again, there's so many classes that maybe just one of them can make it work. So I'll give it a 2. You know what? My reasoning makes me give it a 3. I'm going to be bold. 3. It'll see some meta play. And in wild, it's too slow. It's too slow. I'll give it a 2 there. But yeah, look out for the Floppy Hydra. It might not be so floppy as it gets really, really large. So that's second card reveal of the day. I think there's one more coming later today. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.